Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Grace Collingwood. I am a wife, a mother, a registered nurse, and the CEO of Healthy Wealthy Mama. I teach women holistic health through nutrition and training of the mind and body. Today, I'm going to talk about fitness. Fitness, as you may know, I always come to you with very important topics on how to live a healthy lifestyle, including healthy eating and physical activity, how to also lose weight, get into your ideal weight, and how to maintain that weight loss. Because after losing it, if you don't maintain it, you're going to gain it right back. All right. So today I'm going to talk about fitness, 7 tips for staying motivated. Motivation. 7 tips. It's not easy to be consistent like I am. Even me, even for me, sometimes I get tired. Sometimes you wake up and you just want to roll back in your warm blanket and go to sleep. But it's great to be consistent. So I'm here today for us to talk about, you know, um, 7 tips for staying motivated. It's not easy. Thank you, Mondupe, for joining me today. I appreciate your you watching me live. You can put some hearts, some likes if you really appreciate all these value that I bring you daily. Please put some hearts for me, some likes, and also if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe and click on the notification button so that whenever I put up a video, it will notify you so that you can watch it. Also, do me a favor and share this video, okay? Share it with friends, share it with people that you know, share it in groups, okay? Make sure that you're sharing it with, it's a very valuable video, and I wouldn't want you to be the only one enjoying this or the only one, benefiting from it. So today we're going to talk about 7 tips for staying motivated. And like I said, I'm a wife, I'm a registered nurse, the CEO of Healthy Wealthy Mama, and I teach women holistic health through nutrition, training of the mind and body, and how to earn an income online. In this day and age, if you're not earning an income online in the comfort of your home, on your phone, wherever you go, having access and always getting paid daily, then there's a problem. If you don't have that in this day and age, that is a problem. So, if you're interested in also learning about online business, please feel free to send me a private message and let's talk. Let's talk. Let's figure something out so that I can help you. All right. So, okay. So, 7 tips for staying motivated. Number 1, set goals. If you've been through my coaching, these are the steps. We get on a phone call, I do a Zoom meeting with you. I show you for your height how much you have to weigh to be in the ideal weight, in the healthy weight. It's called the BMI, body mass index, okay? So we go through that and I let you know for you to be healthy, you have to be within a certain range. Okay, let's put away all the excuses about, I don't want to be skinny. Oh, my husband won't even like me if I'm skinny. Oh, I've never been that skinny. I've always been on the heavier side. Oh, put away those excuses because as you grow up, you don't really have any choice but to be within the ideal weight. It's not about you, it's about what your body can take. It's about how your heart can beat efficiently. So we go through a Zoom meeting. I show you for your height how much you have to weigh, and then I let you know that to be in the healthy weight, you have to lose. Let's say, for example, you have to lose 60 pounds, right? So right away, at least you know that I had to lose 60 pounds. Then we work out how much you have to lose per week. So let's say if you have to lose 60 pounds, you're looking at least losing, if you're very, very motivated, you can lose 10 pounds a month. So you're looking at least 6 months down the line to be able to lose the 60 pounds, right? If you're able to lose 10 pounds a month, then at least we have a goal that you're going to lose 60 pounds in 6 months, right? And I can assure you, in my coaching, people are losing like 20 pounds in 4 weeks. So that 10 pounds that you're going to lose is not something that's unachievable. It is doable because I have the right program for you. Is the things that I've put together that makes it work so well. So that's a goal. So first off, the 7 tips. Number 1 is set a goal. So when you're setting a goal, when it comes to physical activity, set a very simple goal, then an intermediate goal, then a long-term goal. Okay, short-term goal or simple goal, intermediate goal, and then long-term goal. So the first one, a simple goal, would be to say, for example, you want to walk 10 minutes a day, 5 days a week. 10 minutes. Don't start doing things like, that's why people quit. You don't just all of a sudden, you're not doing anything, you're not exercising, you're not moving your body, and all of a sudden one day you go for a whole hour walk. Your body, your heart, your joints, your brain, everything in this physical body is going to scream at you, and you're not going to do it ever again. So here's the trick. Do it very simple. Do it step by step. You increase it as you go. So a simple goal is to walk for 10 minutes a day, 5 days a week. If you can do all 7 days a week, because what I tell people is that you eat every day, right? And food is energy. Food is energy. You have to put it to work. So if you're eating 7 days a week, you should see yourself working out 7 days a week. If that's too much for you and you want to take some time off, at least take 2 days off. 5 days is good enough. Going for a walk for 10 minutes, man, it's like just walking down your street and coming back home. 10 minutes, 5 days a week, that's good enough. That's a simple goal. Start with that. The intermediate goal is that you're going to do a 30-minute walk 5 days a week, okay? Or you can do a power walk. This time you're not just leisurely walking, but you're really power walking, so that when you come home, you feel like you've sweated, you feel like, your heart's really beating, you can feel it makes you, it feels different when you exercise. Girl, I've got my transformational coach Nanakosia here as well, and she's always exercising Healthy Living with Grace Facebook group. If you don't know, if you want some place to be motivated, go in that group. Coach Nanakosia is always there every morning, Ghana time. By the time we wake up, she's already posted. She's already been there on live. She's already done her exercise. Do it at least at least 5 days a week. That's the intermediate goal, the 30 minutes, 5 days a week. Okay. And I see Mondupe. Yeah, I've acknowledged you. So guys, please share this video if you're being motivated, if you're getting value, and also put some hearts up. Thank you. All right. So the third goal is the long-term goal. The long-term goal is something that that you really have to push yourself. For example, myself, I've planned to do the 5K run. Here in the US, it's like, I don't know if it's 5 kilometers run. Yeah, it's a long run. I mean, you can walk in it, but it's quite long. I've done it before when I was in Michigan. I think it was somewhere in 2016. I went for it. I thought I was fit, girl. When I finished, you really have to exercise towards something like that. You really have to massively exercise towards something like that. And towards the end of last year, I signed up to do the 5K run in September, and thinking that I always exercise, I can do it. I went and there's a group, and I went with them, and my goodness, there are people who looked like I was fitter than them, but they were like, walking for all these hours, and man, I was the last person to get to when I got there. I think the store was, the place that we registered, I think they were closed, but they knew there was one person still coming. So they waited for me because I had left my stuff there. Oh my goodness. You have to prepare for this. So for the long-term goal, girl, you have to prepare for it. You can't just jump on and then, just do a 5K run. No, you have to really be fit for it. You have to wear the right shoes, the right equipment. When I was going on this walk, I had my phone, my water bottle on me. When I talked to some of the participants, they were like, no, you hydrate yourself like 2 hours before. You drink tons and tons of water. So when you're running in this heat, your body is losing some water through your skin. And that's how they do it. They don't drink on the run because it's going to make you pee, but you drink before. So when you're running, and these are tricks and things that you have to know before you go for a run. So with the long-term goals, you have to really prepare for it. Okay, so tip number 2. So tip number 1 was set goals. Tip number 2 is make it fun. Make it fun. Okay, like I said, Nanako, she exercises in the Facebook group Healthy Living with Grace, and she always uses YouTube videos, the ones that are fun. Today she posted one that you look at how it goes and it's so funny, but at the end of the day she's flattening her belly. The way the exercise goes, it was so amazing. So make it fun. Make it something that you really look at yourself in the mirror and you're laughing. You're like, oh, this is fun. Make it fun. Don't make it like it's a chore. It's a duty, and you make it fun. Do everything possible to make it fun. Use YouTube videos. Join fitness clubs. Jog on local parks. I go to I wake up at 4:30 a.m. every single day. If I'm not working, I work night shift. So on the days that I'm not working, I wake up at 4:30, I do my quiet time, I do some meditation, and then I drive to a beautiful place here in Florida. It's by the sea, and I walk there, and there's so many people there very early in the morning going for a jog, some swimming that early in the morning. And I just love to go outside, even though I love to exercise at home. It's just beautiful going outside, meeting people. When you meet them, you smile, you say hi, you say good morning. It just does something to you. So make sure that you really go outside. Just make it fun. If you're also not somebody who really wants to go outside and say hi to everybody like myself, the YouTube videos in your home, something that will make you really motivated. Number 3 is make physical activity part of your daily routine. This is what I do. So I used to work at a very, very far away place, at a hospital that was like over an hour's drive from where I live. And one thing I loved about that place was that the hospital was 5 floors. And every time I got there, I would run up and down the stairs before I started my shift. Every single day. And partly because I eat my largest meal before I go to work too. So I have to burn those calories. Even though I would walk within the 12 hours and still burn the calories, it just does something to you when you exercise, when you push your body. There's some hormones called endorphins. It just gets released. It's called happy hormones. It just makes you happy all the time. Have you realized that people who are really athletic and they exercise are always bubbly, they are always enthusiastic, they are ready to work? And those who really don't exercise are really slow, and they really don't really they're very always, you know, for the most part, not all of them, but for the most part, people who really don't put much into exercise and release all these wonderful hormones, they are really grumpy and always, have issues with this, nagging about that, gossiping here and there, things that I really don't have time for, you know. So add it into your daily routine, make it fun. uh yeah. And some things like, squatting, lunges. Lunges, you put your elbow on the floor and then you lift up your middle part and then you stay there. It looks very simple, but man, if you can do it for 5 seconds, you're good. And squats. One thing with weight loss is that if you're able to focus your exercises on your big muscles and you work on those muscles, even in your sleep, your muscles will be burning fat. And your thighs are one of those big muscles in your body. Okay, so when you're doing squats, you're working on your thighs. You're working on your thighs and your butt. So when you lift yourself up, you tighten your butt and then you squat. So you're really working on the biggest muscles in your body. Okay, so even in your sleep, those muscles are working and they're burning fat. So squats, in the beginning, it's going to be, it's going to hurt. Your thighs are going to hurt, but the more you do the squats, the better. So you do the squats, it burns fat. And what was I saying, girl? Regarding the squats, yeah, so you burn fat more with your thigh muscles. Okay, so if you're somebody that really wants to lose weight very quickly, you're eating healthy. In my coaching, I give you a meal plan, 4-week meal plan. You're doing the squats big time, you're drinking your infused water, you're doing the intermittent fasting, girl, within 4 weeks, people have been taken off their medications, because they are following the meal plans. They're eating low sodium meals, they're eating low carb meals. Within those 4 weeks, they're losing the weight. Listen, by the time you go back to your doctors and they check your blood sugars, it's normal. Your blood pressure is normal. They either cut down on your medication and just monitor it for a while, and then they take people off their medications. Listen, I've admitted people who are, oh my goodness, just recently I admitted a lady, a 39-year-old lady who had diabetes 20 years ago, and she's now in end stage renal failure. End stage. These are diseases that alcoholics who don't really take care of themselves do. Diabetes can kill you. If you're diabetic and you're on medications and you have not sought help, girl, you're wasting too much time. Research shows that by the time you're diagnosed with diabetes, you have 15 years. 15 years to get into complications if you don't get off those medications safely, though. You can't just say, I'm not going to take my metformin, I'm not going to take my insulin. You have to take them. But at the end of the day, you have to do something, especially if it's type 2 diabetes. And I asked the lady, was it type 1? Because type 1, usually you don't have any control over it. It's your pancreas that's not working well. Or there's a disease with your pancreas. There's a disease somewhere that you don't have any control, maybe cancer or something that you really don't have any control over. That's why you don't really have control over the type 1, or maybe you're born with it. So it's really a serious one when you're in type 1. But what is type 2? You can use diet and exercise to get off those medications. 39 years old. And when I admitted her, she was talking to her little kids on a video call, her husband, and this lady, end stage renal disease, she's on dialysis. She has to either get a kidney transplant And the sad thing is, if she gets a kidney transplant and she does not look after herself well and does not do the right things, she is going to lose that kidney again. 39 years old with end stage renal disease, going home. I can assure you, this girl, if she lives for 2 years, it is by grace. If she lives for 2 years, because right now her whole organs are affected. Her blood sugar is not controlled. And I was talking to her and I said, what happened? When I talk to people like that, the sad thing is they are doing everything possible. Not like and she's not even overweight. She's as tiny as, So sometimes people are like, I've been skinny. So just being skinny doesn't mean you're healthy. But on the flip side, when you're overweight, chances are you're unhealthy. That's the reality. That's what excuse some people are like, well, I'm overweight and I'm even healthier than somebody who's skinny. It could be true, but if you're overweight, chances are you'll have diseases. I mean, whether you like it or not, because you're putting too much pressure on the heart that's beating to be extra because of the extra weight. 39 years old. And the sad thing is, and it's been over and over, I've worked in the system for years and I've monitored, and it's usually people who English is their second language, people who are immigrants. I realized that the doctor would say one thing and they understand it differently, and then they go home and then maybe family members are like, I've been taking this has been helping me, and then they were taking those medications either with the medications that the doctor has prescribed for them, or they stopped what the doctor is prescribing to them, and then they take what the family recommends. If you're listening to me today and you've been given medications by your doctor and you're taking other things outside of those medications, I'm not saying you shouldn't take it, because herbal medication is also good, because I recommend the products I use are herbal, but you have to be with somebody who knows what they're doing. Somebody who knows that if you're taking metformin, what other alternative can you take instead of metformin? But the person has to really work with you and understand, for you to understand what you're doing. And it breaks my heart. And she's not the only young lady I've seen. So many of them. And I've observed it. It's usually immigrants like myself, people who have come overseas to work hard, to send money home and do all these things. But then we get into not eating right because we don't even know the substitutes. We substitute our foods and we don't even know what we are eating, thinking that this is substituting for that. And it's really sad. It's really sad. So if you're really getting some value from this video, please put some hearts and some likes up, and also comment where you're watching me from. I can see Nana Kosia is watching from Ghana. I know Micheline Michaelin is watching from, is it Kentucky? Girl, I'm coming to Kentucky this summer. I hope to see you and Nina. And Royal Mama, all the way. Royal Mama to the world. She is here. I see Lydia Quay too. Thanks, guys, for joining me. So, listen, I've done this for years, and I've advocated. When I was in Massachusetts, I worked with so many universities to create videos where, I taught healthy cooking, the substitutes of when you travel abroad, the things that you substitute with when you're, taking things like canned meals, like, mackerel, how to read food labels. I do that in my coaching as well. And, girls, if you're listening to me and you have a mom or a dad or a sister who's diabetic, and they think that things are going on right, and they've been on diabetes medications for years, that shows that things are not going well. If they've been on diabetes medications, if it's type 2 diabetes, and they've been on diabetes medications for more than 2 years, max by 15 years, that everything will be shutting down. So they need help. If you're watching me and you've been on diabetes medications for 2 years, girl, it's going to destroy your kidneys. It will destroy, you're going to be blind. You know, it affects everything, your heart, your fingers, amputations, infections that can cause amputations. Your feet are being cut off, your hands. Oh man, diabetes is the worst disease you could ever get. I have to do a different video on diabetes. But for today, okay, let me be on track. Let's go to the next point. Number 4. Point number 4 on tips for staying motivated. Put it on paper. To be motivated, you have to put your goals on paper. Okay? What you want to achieve. The example I gave about if you want to achieve losing 60 pounds, make sure that you write it. You put it on paper, you paste it in front of your mirror, your bathroom mirror, behind your doors, in front of your car's dashboard, someplace that you see. Okay, write it down. So what goal, why are you exercising? You want to lose weight? Write it down. I want to lose 60 pounds in 6 months. You want to sleep better? One of my clients, I reached out to her and I was following up. How are things going? She said, I sleep like a baby now. This is a 70-plus-year-old woman. She said, I sleep like a baby now, and I don't need the pain medications that I used to need. Now I feel better. Okay, that's what all those testimonials I want to hear. Also, what do you want to do? Manage chronic disease. What is your goal? What do you want to achieve? Write it on paper. Like I said, you know, you have to have a goal. You have to have a goal. If you want to manage a chronic disease like diabetes or hypertension, make sure that you're writing it down. By December this year, I will not be on metformin. And then you get on it. You get coaching. You get somebody like myself who is living in the diaspora, who's living abroad, who has done all the research to know the things that we can substitute overseas, how we can cook our meals in a healthy way. You don't have to stop eating what you're eating. A lady I was talking to, a lady, one of my clients, and she said, oh, I really don't have the money to buy the specific foods and all these diet foods. And I said, you don't really need to buy it. It's what you're eating, and I'm just showing you how to eat it in a healthy way, what time you have to eat it. You don't have to change anything. For some people, you definitely do. Like if you have gout, you know, there's certain foods that you have to stay away from. You know, if you have certain diseases, we'll go over it. But for the most part, you really don't need to change anything. All right. Number 5, join forces with friends or neighbors. Get somebody, get a group. On our WhatsApp group, we are posting challenges every single day. And just recently, I deleted 30 people. Girl, we are not here to joke. We are not here to joke. Listen, I'm a coach. I don't take people who are, you know, just there and they're just, you know, leisurely watching what's going on. I put challenges almost every 2 weeks or every 4 weeks. I always put something up. And the challenges in my WhatsApp group, on my Facebook group, in my Facebook group. And you're just sitting there in the Facebook group. I've just been chilling out. I just, you know, I haven't really paid. I haven't really been very serious. That one, it's good to just lurk in there, just stay in there. You know, almost 6,000 people. They're good. They can just keep watching. But in the WhatsApp group, you have access to my phone. You are in my group. You can call me. You can text me at any time. And you're just in the group and watching. Last time I was like, listen, girls, men and women who are on this platform, by Friday, 5 p.m., I need to know who wants to be on here. If not, I'm deleting. Oh boy. It come the next day. I deleted 30 people. We had about 98 people. I deleted 30 people. 30. And even now, I'm still looking. I'm still looking for those who are just in there watching and really not doing anything. I'm deleting. Listen, it's the quality. It's not the quantity. I have thousands of people, of contacts that I can send broadcasts to. I have the Facebook group, I have my email list, thousands of contacts that can really, benefit from what I'm doing. And doing these lives on Facebook, on YouTube, on my page, and on Instagram, interviews. So I have access to so many people, but it's the people who really see what I'm doing as really valuable and getting involved that I'm interested in. You can't just be sitting there and just watching. I deleted 30 people. Now we have 60 in the group. And I like I said, I'm still looking. I will delete easily, even if I have 10 quality people who really see what I'm doing, not buying any weight loss products, just sitting there. Oh, I will delete, girl. No time, no wasting time. Look at me, I'm going to be 46 this year. Do you think I just got here just lurking in groups? I did something. Girl, all right, let me just acknowledge some comments. Nanago says, I love that part. You don't have to stop eating what you are eating. That's right. Nina said, no time to waste time. Yep, Nanagosia says, yes, you did. I felt bad for those who were removed. I was like just deleting. I was working a night shift that night. I was looking at just, I had some downtime. I was just off, 30. And like I said, I'm still looking. I will keep deleting. I'm not here to waste time. You've seen me selling these weight loss products, putting before and after pictures that work for people. And there's so many people in there that I know personally who need to lose weight. They need to lose weight. Listen, everybody that was in that group has always either reached out to me before. I've interviewed them on my Calendly. They select a date and I interview them. We talk, we go over, the BMI and everything. Every single person in my WhatsApp group, I have had a personal contact with them. They've either bought some of my weight loss products or they've come to my my masterclass. They've had some encounter with me concerning weight loss. So they joined the group, and usually I don't add people to the group. I'll send you the link and I'll say, this is my group if you want to join. I don't add anybody to my group. You have to join, except for those ones that the masterclass. If you're registering for my masterclass, I'll say that you are automatically going to be added to my WhatsApp group. If you don't, let me know. I always let people know that I'm adding them to a group, and they have the ability or whatever to leave. For the most part, I will send you the link to join my group. I don't force people into my group. People are there voluntarily. But if you're there and you're just there thinking that you're making up my numbers, girl, no. You're out. You are out. All right. Thanks, Jana, for joining us. And thanks, April. I really appreciate you guys. All right. So the next point is, so like I said, join forces, join people, get into challenges, go out for a walk with people that do things together. For me, I'm somebody that just can do things on my own. If I decide to do something, I don't depend on people. I'll get up and do it. If you're somebody that always wants to be in a group kind of setting, it's great. But this will also motivate you to join forces with colleagues, people at work, come up with challenges, or you can follow the challenges that I do very often, and then do replicate it in with your neighbors or with your colleagues. Also virtual challenges with co-workers. Number 6 is reward yourself. Okay, when I was reading an article preparing for today's presentation, and I don't just come sit here and go on and on and on. I'm educated enough to do my research, read. I just love to read and bring you value, things that are really important. When I was doing my research and it said reward yourself, I was like, what? Reward yourself? What do you mean? Go eat some cookies? No. Reward yourself with, after you've exercised, you just sit down and you tell yourself, wow, I did that. Mentally just own it. Appreciate it. Wow, I did that. I really appreciate it. Right. And then you can also buy something for yourself. Buy new sneakers for your exercise. Buy new weights. When I was reading that, I was like, oh, it's about time that I, stocked up my exercise equipment. I can, buy something for myself because I've achieved my goal. I have to buy some more weights or exercise outfit, some more hats. I love wearing hats, some more shades, some more nice earrings, something to reward yourself for, meeting the goal. And it's not like every week you meet your goal and you're like, oh, this week I'm going to buy new earrings every week. No, it has to be realistic, but make sure that you pause and reward yourself. All right. Number 7 and final, but not the least, is be flexible. All right. Be flexible. If you're too busy and you're not able to do all 5 days, make sure you take off 2 days and make it 3 days. If your goal is 10 minutes a day for 5 days, and you feel like, oh, this week I'm too busy, this week I can't really do much, do it for 3 days. It's better than nothing. I remember talking to one of the wonderful older women in my church, and she was explaining that she used to go for a walk for about an hour, and then for so long, and then she would come home, and when she looked at her steps, it would be like 5,000 steps, and she had walked for so long, and she was really discouraged, for going for so long, and then she wanted to do 10,000 steps a day, and she wasn't meeting it, so she stopped. And I said, no, you don't need to stop. Maybe you set the goal too high. Instead of the 10,000 steps, how about set your goal for 2,000 steps, so that if you do more than the 2,000, you do 3,000 steps. That's a big achievement, and then you keep increasing that. But you don't set a goal that's really big, and then if it's not doable, you stop it. No, you really have to be realistic with yourself, and be flexible to change your goal if it's not really working. You have to do something about it, but don't stop. And another thing I've realized is that certain people, when they exercise and they have aches and pains in their muscles, they stop the exercise. No, you can take some ibuprofen if you're not allergic to it. And I'm a nurse and I can recommend that to you. You can take ibuprofen 600 milligrams every 6 hours every day. It's over the counter. You can just go to any pharmacy, buy ibuprofen, or in Ghana, it's called Brufen. You can get that, and it can really help with the muscle pain, and keep drinking lots and lots of water. Okay, keep drinking lots of water, because when you're doing that, your muscles produces certain toxins that into your blood, but when you're drinking water, it flushes it out. So drink lots of water, take some pain medicine, and keep going. Don't stop, because the moment you stop, you'll make the muscles contract back to the original position. And every time you start again, your muscles have to stretch out again. And then, you're starting all over again. But keep doing the exercises, keep going, take some medications, and keep going. All right. All right. I see. Hey, Minister Patricia, thanks for joining me. All right, guys. So that ends today's live. Please share this video. The topic is 7 tips for staying motivated. Come back and watch this video again. And if you're interested in my coaching, you can go to gracecollingwood.com, look at it, schedule a call. If the prices are there, there's also a free consultation call. I would love to talk to you about how I can help you, whether you're on medications or you just want to lose weight or you just want to maintain weight or just learn healthy habits. I've got a wonderful couple who just signed up to my coaching, both of them, and wanted to know healthy habits that they can teach their children. They did not need to lose the weight. They were as fit as anybody I've seen. They were fit. They're still fit, and they signed up to the group, and they because they wanted to learn the healthy eating and physical activity that I promote. And they've been awesome, wonderful couple in my group, and they've really given wonderful testimonials. I've interviewed them about why they would sign up because they didn't really need to lose the weight. But anyway, they're on my website as well. Yeah, so if you need some coaching, go to gracecollingwood.com. If you just need the weight loss product with a meal plan, that too, you can put in the comment. I'll come back, check, and respond to you. My WhatsApp number is it's 508-797-2329. So let me type it. My number is, if you're reaching out to me from overseas, it's +1 508-797-2329. Okay, 508-797-2329. All right. So yeah, so let's talk. Reach out to me. Okay, and let's talk. So 508. I don't know why I didn't come on the Facebook chat. So my WhatsApp. So girls or guys, please reach out to me and let's talk. Okay. All right. Love you all. Bye bye now.